Here we are today. I've got a little switch to do for the reverse light. It brings up, that's got voltage, 12.4 on the multimeter, or something thereabouts. It's not enough to power the bulb. I've changed the socket that the bulb's in and everything. Still not working, so I think that's the next job. Unfortunately, I'm going to take out the cubby that I just put in the other month, and hopefully I can get a span around the other part, which is down by the gear levers. I've seen some people do from underneath, but I think it's a 300s. Might have a bit more space down by the side of the tunnel. Seen a guy take the full tunnel out, but I've seen a fella just take out the cubby and then luckily get his hand in to where the switch is. So that's what I'm going to try and do. See how long it takes. But like every job on the Defender, 20-minute job can take about 2 hours. So here he goes. I'm pleased that cubby box come out because obviously I've connected to my split charger. So I'm going to disconnect all that. Thank God. And now I'm going to get this plate out. With what do you call it, the diesel heater attached, because I don't fancy stripping all this out. There we have it. Got them out. I'm hoping to joy when it first comes loose. It's ecstatic. I would have done it yesterday, but I didn't have an angle grinder at home to cut that down. So I was able to get this spanner in there, get a bit pulling it. So a little dumpy spanner is the key. I keep that. Come in handy. Success at last. I don't know if it was a switch or if it was a dodgy end, because the looks a bit rusty inside, but there was power come to that before I took it off anyway, so I've snipped that off. That would have went under there obviously, but I've took that out of the equation because that just doesn't look right. So whether it was a switch or whether it was that, I probably should have checked that more thoroughly first before I've gone to town and managed to do the switch, but I suppose that switch is done now. So had it working on the back and then stopped, so I thought I'd check the connector. So the power feed for the switch, which put a temporary little spare thing in, and this little cheap light bulb tester which wasn't working on the back end, and this one, but it works on all the other lights. So I've changed the fuses around, pulled out. Wait, had a look at the Haynes manual says it's fuse 13 and 14, I can't remember what it is now. So basically I've swapped it over, and then here presto, I have power for this light where it wasn't lighting before. So I'm going to connect it up again to the other part and then try the back end. So there we have it. Just checking all my lights are working for the MOT. That was a ball ache. But could be the fuse, could be the switch, I don't know. Either way, the switch is done now. Yep. All working the way they should. Just got to put it all back together now. Luckily, I didn't have to take that tunnel off. Thank God for cutting that 19mm spanner down. Little workshop manual there. We have the reversed and stop light. There's our switch that I've just replaced. Traced it back and it says fuse number 14. So basically, like you see, so I changed the fuse. The fuse looks pretty good actually. It's well, had continuity across the 2 pins. Yeah, the fuse had continuity across the 2 pins, so I've changed it for a new one, and it puts power to that switch. So I'm pleased for that cheap ass little tester. Saved the day, because everything else was shown it had 12.2 volts or whatever it is, and then when the engine was started, it was showing up as 14 volts. So Sure there was power there, but for some reason still wouldn't power a bulb. Baffles me, to be honest. Electrics, 12 volts. I've got a clue. But anyway, so literally the fuse could be what stopped it. Whether it's a dodgy fuse or could be the switch. I've changed the switch. Pulled that socket off the back, which was a dodgy socket, but let's see. What I thought was basically I'll take the two plugs together that goes from the switch, your little adapter, your little clips together. So I took that off, and a little spade fitting that went in, and see I tried it from there. So that way I'm not getting power there, so saves raking around from the switch to the back end when it turns out wasn't getting enough power to the switch. So anyway, enough rambling. It's late, probably 10 o'clock at night now. But anyway, success, I think. I'm going to put it back together. Put it back together, fingers crossed it all passes MOT tomorrow. Can't say anything that's needed. So here goes. I'm going to get it all pushed in, fitted up. Hopefully it works. Right. See you later. Thanks for watching.